Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom.
and welcome to Temple Sinai of Palm Beach County, our, I won't say virtual service because it's real. It's a real service, it's just digital, our digital remote service. Here we are again. So let's take a moment to just take a deep breath and let go of the week that has passed and let Shabbat come in as a blanket or as a great talit around us of comfort and joy and blessing. As I ask Jake to sing for us, Ma Yafeh Hayom, how beautiful it is today.
Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Jake. I realize that we didn't actually say our names, although I think they appear probably on your screen, but I'm Rabbi Aviva.
And I'm Cantor Jake.
And we are happy to be here tonight with you. Tonight's sponsors are the Erev Shabbat service is sponsored by Sandy Lehner, Shelley Teitelbaum in memory of Marty Teitelbaum, and our Saturday Shabbat Torah study is sponsored by Helene and Sydney Wartell. The following donations to the community food pantries are sponsored by Barbara and Dan Bloomberg in memory of Ann Bloomberg, Shelley Teitelbaum in memory of Marty Teitelbaum. Thank you all to all of our sponsors. And now it's time to make Kiddush. If you wish to follow along in our Mishkan Tefila prayer book, it is found on pages 122 to 123. Vayhi erev vayhi voker yom hashishi, vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz, v'chol tzevam, vayachal Elohim bayom hashvi, v'lachtu asher asa, vayishpat bayom hashvi, mikol melachto asher asa, vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi, vaykadesh oto, ki v'shavat mikol melachto, ki v'shavat mikol melachto, asher bara Elohim, asher bara Elohim la'asot, savri l'chaim, baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצוונו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן. לחיים. Shabbat Shalom. And now, Jake, why don't you come back and lead us into Shabbat with the Lachadodi, which is on page 138.
All right, so this week at Lachadodi, last week we had a collab. Collab short, of course, for collaboration. So last week's melody was a collaboration between Alberto Mizrahi, Cantor Alberto Mizrahi, and one of the greats of Jewish music, of modern memory, that's Craig Taubman. So this is just Craig Taubman, no collab. So hope that wherever you're at, you'll sing along. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela la. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 1. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem u'l'tiferet v'l'tehila la la lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 2. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor ha'beracha merosh mekerem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machsheva tehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uv'tzola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Now for those who have already risen, stay risen in body or in spirit, and if not, incline yourself more directly to holiness, whatever that means to you. And we're going to go ahead for the formal call to worship, the Baruch Hu. which can be found on page 146. And we'll sing in English before that, Am I Awake? Oh, I just heard some thunder here. Wow. You know it's Florida once the thunder starts clapping. So, wherever you're at, let's clap with the thunder. Clap to the music. Am I awake? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yada die, 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 yada die, die, die. Please be seated.
Sometimes it's nice to think of God not so far away as in the celestial heights, but really close. And so with that in mind, I'd like to read this interpretive poem, Blessing, on page 147 of Mishkan Tefila. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And now for Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam can be found on page 150 if you're following along in Mishkan. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Havta Amcha Havta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shofbeinu Kumenu nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach v'divrei Toratecha U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu Uvahem nege yomam v'layla Nege yomam v'layla Vatecha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch ata Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael
And now for the declaration of God's unity. We continue with the Shema on pages 152 and 153. Please join me. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Page 154, we continue with Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem Emet. Just as our ancestors sang out with joy as they crossed the Sea of Reeds, we do so now with the Mi Chamocha on page 158.
Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha neda b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah tehilot osef eleh. Torah tehilot osef eleh. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Malchutecha הים לפני משה ומרים זה אלי ענו ואמרו זה אלי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד יאי די 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 יאי די 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 יאי די 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 Yai da 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 da. V'ne'amar ki fad Adonai et Yaakov ugalo mi'ad chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai. God
And now we're ready for the Tefila or Amidah. Either rise in body or in spirit. But please turn to page 164 if you're in your prayer book, and please join Jake as he leads us in Tefillah.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh Hakol, V'zocher Chaste Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah rav lehoshia. Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayeh me'emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, melech memit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'neheman ata lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. תמיר עבודת ישראל, Yisrael Amecha. El karov lechol korav pnei el avadecha v'chanenu shefoch ruchacha aleinu v'techezena einenu בשובך לציון ברחמים ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו
We now come to the part of our service in which we think of those who are in need of healing, of body, mind, or of spirit, or all three. There are many in our congregation, unfortunately, and many friends and family of our congregants, and people that we know, and many people that we don't know all over the world who are in need of healing right now, and are also in need of God's sheltering presence to help them through the long, dark night of the soul. Before we look at the names of those we know of who are in need of healing, I'd like to read this poem by Alden Solovey. It is entitled, Carry Me. God, carry me today with your love, your grace, your wisdom and strength. God, carry me today with your power, your justice, your holiness and law. God, carry me today through stormy winds and rough seas, the obvious and unforeseen challenges and losses, the uneven flow of my emotions, my fears, and my shames. Today, God on high, I will not succeed alone. I will not survive alone. I need your majesty and might, your dignity and righteousness to carry me through the day ahead. With you as my rock and shield, I will face this day with an answer to loneliness and dread, misgivings and mistakes, to stand with courage and freedom against misfortune and deceit. God, carry me today. Give me healing hands, a quiet mind, gentle speech, and a forgiving heart. Let me feel you in my chest. Let me feel you in my limbs. Let me feel you by my side. Blessed are you, God of all. You are the answer to those in need. If you are thinking of someone or several people who are in need of healing at this time, please say their names aloud wherever you are now. And so now we will put up the names of those we know of who are in need of healing on our screen, and we sing or listen to Jake as he sings the Misha Beirach by Debbie Friedman.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Thank you, Jake. There are certainly a lot of people who could use that tonight. Florida now has one of the highest rates of coronavirus in the world, not only with positive tests, but with rising death rates. Our hospital ICUs are filled to capacity. Some are converting regular beds to ICU beds, and the numbers keep rising. But you wouldn't know it if you went out to some of the restaurants in Delray or West Palm Beach. Not that I can speak firsthand about that. I've just seen videos on the news. I've not been inside any indoor public location since the middle of March. I believe it is just too dangerous to risk life or death or vulnerable family members or serious illness for any of us. But other people, not only here but around the state and around the country, are going out without even wearing masks and deriding others for wearing them. People are standing or sitting next to strangers as close as they would have before the virus. Many scientists are saying we opened up too early in many areas of the country. They are calling for reversing to an earlier phase of the plan to reopen in those areas. I heard one say on the news that we have gone one step forward and 2 steps back. This is an interesting turn of phrase. Our Torah portion this week contains a similar phrase. We read a double portion, Matot Maseh, this Shabbat, and this brings us to the end of Bamidbar, the book called Numbers in English, but Bamidbar is more properly translated as in the desert. The second of these portions begins with the words, "These were the goings forth of the children of Israel when they went forth from Egypt by the charge of Moses and Aaron. Moses wrote down the leavings and the movings forward as directed by God. And these are the movements forward and the leavings. That is my translation from the Hebrew, so that you can hear the distinction in the Hebrew between the moving forward and the leaving. There are a few interesting things to notice about the wording here. First of all, it is odd to mention a journey by its starting point rather than its end point. For example, some of you left Massachusetts to come down to Florida to move, and that's you, Jake and Rachel, and all of the other Bostonians out there who are listening. When you talk about your move, you would probably speak about it as your move to Florida, not your leaving Massachusetts, unless you're feeling particularly homesick. And then you might say, this is when we left Massachusetts. But usually you would say, this is when we moved to Florida. But the Torah says, when they went forth from Egypt, rather than on their way to the promised land. There are many rabbinic commentators who pull apart that portion of our verses, but I want to focus on what comes next. The text states, Moses wrote down the leavings and the movings forward as directed by God. And these are the movements forward and the leavings. The first part of the verse is how you might expect it to read. They leave a place and then move forward. But the second part of the verse reverses those verbs so that it states, these are the movements forward and the leavings. Why? Rabbi Cheryl Peretz explores this in her article, The Road to the Future Through the Past. Her words are so beautiful that I will quote them here. She says, only after going out of Egypt and leaving pieces of it behind in each subsequent stop can the Exodus ultimately be complete and the Israelites move forward into the land of Israel. Likewise, in our individual journeys, each of us has those places, physical, emotional, and spiritual, that we have been. And like our ancestors in the desert, some of those places have left us with our own anger, fears, resentment, disappointment, and challenges. But also like our ancestors of so many years ago, unless or until we look to where we have been and face ourselves honestly and humbly, we cannot possibly let go of that which blocks us from growing and experiencing our own journey's promise. End quote. We need to fully experience our leaving before we can move forward in our lives. Otherwise, we have a false start and we have to keep going one step forward and 2 steps back. We wind up spending, say, 40 years wandering around in our own desert, our Bamidbar, trying to figure it out. Which brings me back to coronavirus and the rising numbers after the reopenings here in Florida and elsewhere in the US. We tried to move forward without taking into account where we were, which was not ready for such a move. And so, I think we need to take a step or 2 back. I know we are sick and tired of this virus, but our wanting to go out does not make it safe to do so. I speak to some of you on the phone or on Zoom calls, and I know some of you tell me that you're eating out in restaurants, and I know full well that you have many health conditions or that you're well over 60, 70, or even 80 years old. As your rabbi, it is my job to try to encourage and to model for you spiritual wellness. But you cannot have spiritual wellness without tending also to physical wellness and continued health. So please, let's take a lesson from our Israelite ancestors. Let's not keep going out and then realize we have to stop again. regardless of your age or health, for the sake of others with whom you come into contact, please stay home unless you really need to go out. Let's make it as minimal as possible, regardless of what the legal guidelines may be at any given moment. Check out and utilize home delivery services if you've not already done so. And today, I will call a service that comes to your home and changes your oil right in your driveway. So I will be booking an oil change for which I will not have to leave my house. Some of you may think I'm being overly cautious. Maybe. But take a look at the news, or listen to some of the stories of those who went out too soon or without enough distancing or protection. I would rather be called a fool while living than eulogized anytime soon. Please stay healthy and safe this Shabbat and this week. We are all counting on you for our community's journey forward to progress. Shabbat Shalom. And now we continue in our service with the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. Even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wished to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts, and they are an abiding blessing. At this time, we recall those whose yahrzeits, the anniversary of their passing, are commemorated by their names around our main sanctuary, engraved on the plaques. Louis I. Arfine, Ruth Bauman, Harry Bernstein, William E. Colbert, Lee Handelman, Anne O. Lowinger, Irving Maltz, David Rubin, Claire Rudick, Blanche Salmon, Rhoda Samble, Jerry Seidman, Rose Sperling, Martin Teitelbaum, Abraham Truchell, and Paul Weiss. Others recalled at this time: Anne Blumberg, Robert Cohen, Rebecca Goldstein, Anne Kagan, Carol Kirschner, Sarah Königsberg, Edward Lippman, Max Oken, Ella Oshry, Joseph Shangold, Lawrence Tankel, Helen Wagner, and Gertrude Weber. We also recall those whose deaths are more recent in the past 30 days, the Shloshim period. And I'd like to start with, unfortunately, a death this morning of Howard Wolf, who is the son of our beloved member, Rebecca Lippman. We wish her and her family much strength of community and friends and family. We also mention Marilyn Goldwater, Sandra Oppenheim, Stephen Seidel, Melvin Wortel, Herbert Hal Friedman, and Paul Katz. If I have not mentioned someone's name that you are thinking of at this time, please say their name aloud now. And now, if you are able to do so, please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divarach yirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal, shemei dekudusha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom araba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all who mourn among us and in all the world. And let us all say, Amen. This evening, I would like to give us all a blessing. And this is a special blessing that occurs when we finish a book of the Torah. And this weekend, this Shabbat, is when we finish the book of Bamidbar, as I said. And so we sing or chant, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek, which means be strong, and we all will be strengthened. And we definitely need the strength of community and of our own internal spirits at this time. So I say, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. May we all be strengthened by one another and by Hashem, God within us, the Spirit that guides us in every step. And let us all say, Amen. And now for our closing song.
All right. I want to take a moment, and we get this through the grapevine through our wonderful tech team. Shout out to Mason Soroy. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. Mason, who has been so amazing. You never see him, but you know he's there. He's doing all of our switching. He's told us that people have been giving me some shout outs for my birthday tomorrow. So thank you to those who've written in the chat. And I guess, you say, blow out the candles, what's your wish going to be? These are Shabbat candles, okay? It's ill-advised to blow them out as they are blessed, okay? Please don't blow out those candles. The candles burn for a wish that I have for my birthday, and the wish is that we will make peace for ourselves. We're created in the image of God, so when it says, Oseh Shalom Bimromav, may the one who makes peace, may God make peace, well, we're created in the image of God, so that really means that it's up to each one of us to create peace in our own lives and therefore eventually create peace for the world. So let's sing Oseh Shalom together. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. But before we go, I'm going to ask Jake to be mute for a moment while I lead you all in singing Happy Birthday. Now, you're only going to hear my voice, Jake, but be aware that the entire congregation and everyone hears this who are recorded, when we're recorded later, we'll be singing this to you. So all throughout Shabbat and throughout your birthday, we'll be singing this. So please join me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jake. Happy birthday to you. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. And many more.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi Zuba. Thank you all who were singing.
Yes. We all have good wishes for you, and may you have a wonderful, beautiful year to come. Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.